a business or even seeing yourself as a business can be hard, can be frustrating, can be, you don't even fathom it. Let me explain. I am no longer a startup, but when I started my business, so in 2017, 2018, Kingdom Massage was a startup. I didn't see it as that. I didn't even see it as a business, but this is what it is. So I started up, but I worked along with uh, a chiropractor at her clinic, and this chiropractor was she. I didn't realize how she was mentoring me. She was grooming me. She was grooming us, the other therapists, the other staff there at the clinic, to become girl bosses, to become business owners, to know how to function and run your own business. Um, like I said, I didn't see myself as a business for 15 out of those 21 years. I worked in hospitality. I worked out of spas, and I didn't have to do anything. I just had to go to work. And so I was used to showing up. I don't know if you're a massage therapist. Let me know in the comments where you work at. What does that look like for you? Or if you even understand what I'm talking about. Working for a spa, you don't have to do much. You show up to work and you perform your service. Um, and so for 15 years, it was okay for me. I went to university. I went to college during the time. Um, Started twice and dropped out, by the way, um, um, because my focus, I had a daughter, or I have a daughter, and my focus was on her. My focus was to make money. Um, my focus was not to build, grow, develop, or expand a business. Um, in that 13th, 14th year of working in the spa, I started to feel uneasy. I was no longer comfortable with what just going to work. I didn't feel like I was helping my clients. I no longer felt um, fulfilled, and I moved to Canada in 2016. And if you've moved, you know that a lot of our educational background, we have to go back to school when we move. And so it was fine for me because I had already um, finished massage school 15 years ago. So now it was great time to go back and re-educate myself, because when I first went, massage therapy was kind of looked at like sideways because massage therapists did a little hokey pokey sometimes. I don't know if you know what I mean, but they did a little weird stuff. And so sometimes people would ask, do you do happy endings? You should feel happy when it ends, is my response. But so back then it was a lot of that. We weren't seeing in the hospital in the healthcare industry, and um, only till recently, and that's why I'm so glad that I went back. So I did clinical massage, and I learned more manual therapy. And so that is where the clinical aspect comes from, where I can now work in hospitals and hospices and work in clinics and assist chiropractors and PTs, occupational therapists, because of the training and grooming that I had, not only with the chiropractor that I work with, but the training that I had at the college that I went to. And I'm not getting paid for advertising, so I'm not gonna call no names. But the college that I went to, I think, was pretty good. And then the people that I worked along with also helped with helping me structure as a business, helping me develop myself, me as a person, as a business, and that's how Just Mekelle came about. Um, because there is Kingdom Massage Institute, and Kingdom Massage the Rehab. Just Mekelle means it's not all of those other things. It's just me. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about how to grow. I'm talking about how to expand your business. I'm talking about teaching you how to groom yourself, in disciplining yourself to expand your business. It takes a lot of discipline to sit for hours to create a business plan. It takes a lot of discipline to figure out strategies and goals for your business. Um, and there are there's so many things that over this few years I was able to run with and take along to help other therapists, other um, startups, other small business owners, able to help them expand their business as well. um, so I have a few questions that I'm going to be answering just to help you along with just understanding where you stand as a business, where you are as a business, what it is that you may need to do, and how what else you may need to do to develop yourself. My passion is to help others expand, grow, and develop their business. And now I'm realizing it doesn't specifically has have to be as a massage therapist because a lot of what I learned in business and as a business owner, you're able to take into your day in different industries. And so a startup is essentially um, a business in its infancy. The time that you're trying to take or you have to take to develop your business model, it's a newly formed business. And so in 2016, 2017, I was a newly formed business. And I was trying to figure out my business plan, and I didn't even realize that I was trying to figure out a business plan. Um, I know now in hindsight that I was. Um, so what does it take to be an entrepreneur post COVID? Um, takes resilience, adaptability, and knowing your goals. And you need to know the vision for your business so that you can know where you're going. Um, I think for a very, very long time, I haphazardly did stuff. I just waited to see how it goes. And if it didn't go, then, same difference. But no longer do I live that way. And now this is what I'm teaching other business owners, other entrepreneurs, other artists that you don't run your business haphazard, just like you shouldn't run your life haphazard. You sit down and create strategies for your business. You sit down and create strategies on marketing your business. As a entrepreneur, you wear many hats. You are a sales rep. You are a marketer. You are a receptionist, you are social media specialist, you are admin. Um, there's so many things or so many hats that entrepreneurs um, that we get to wear, which is really good because then you have the ability to adapt, you have the ability to expand, you have the knowledge or some knowledge in these different areas. And I learned post COVID is learning trends, learning social media. I learned a lot more about marketing, um, and even before COVID, um, as a massage therapist, I had already known my niche. I knew where and who I was speaking to and who I was marketing to. And just like even as for business, as I am teaching other business owners, I know who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to small business owners. I'm speaking to the startup business. I'm speaking to the person that doesn't even know that they're a business. They just know that they perform a service. I'm speaking to that person that may not actually be in an infancy stage because they've been running a business for so long, but they haven't been running it like a business. That's who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to you, the person that doesn't have anything written out on paper, nothing to move forward with, but you know what you do every day. You get up every day and you serve clients. You work hard and you know what goals that you want to meet, but you're not able to meet them because of systems that are not in place. And so, um, specifically, within the last few weeks, I think that was last month, I hosted Becoming the Ultimate Massage Therapist Boot Camp. And after hosting that boot camp and speaking to other entrepreneurs and business owners, I realized that the boot camp wasn't only for massage therapists, it was for business owners. It was really for business owners. We didn't teach anything about manual therapy or massage therapy at all. Everything was about learning how to use Canva, knowing how to use lighting, knowing what platform to use when you're teaching and coaching, um, knowing how to engage and connect with your audience. So we did a lot of what other entrepreneurs um, can do and they can learn. And but specifically, I had a niche, I had a target market, and that's who I focused on. And after focusing on them, I realized that there were other people that were able to come and receive that service and got value from that service. And so you as an entrepreneur, you as the business owner, um, you may need to start to think about who you are speaking to, um, as especially massage therapists. That's where I lived for 21 years. So I know what being a therapist looks like. So I can engage with those people a little better. But even if you are in another industry, you may understand how um, I don't want to say we devalue ourselves, but we typically don't see ourselves as a business. Um, we don't. It's just something that the the brain does, or we haven't really understood. There are some that has expanded and became a business and see themselves as that, but typically, if it's the multitude of us, there's a vast majority that is that we don't think of it. Um, we don't know that there are systems we need to put in place. We don't know what we don't know. And so that's what I'm here to help you with. That's what I've been helping other therapists with engaging with their audience, with creating their niche market, with creating structure within their business, with creating systems within their business so they're not physically doing everything and trying to avoid burnout. Listen, avoiding burnout is one of them. Is one of them. And so I talk about that as I mentor, as I teach. It is something that is so important. Um, Another thing that I want to touch on is how did I get into massage therapy? It's crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, 2017, not 2017. I don't even remember the words anymore. In 1997, that's how long ago, 1997, um, I had an accident. There was a mirror that was on a wall. When I passed the wall, the mirror fell and it pieces of the mirror shattered and it cut my Achilles tendon. And so during before that, I was doing some modeling, and for a year. I wasn't able to model. I wasn't able to walk. And I didn't do therapy. I knew nothing about therapy. I never even heard about it. No one ever recommended it. No one even ever recommended that I do a follow-up visit after um, after getting those stitches. And so I got into massage because I used to take care of my dad. When he came home from work, I would massage his feet, massage his shoulders, and that was something that I found that was special. I loved doing it. I never got tired doing it. And as I got older, and I would do it like massage other people, my mom recommended that, hey, you should go to massage school. And so that's how I got into massage therapy. Um, when I graduated high school, I went to college for business. And let me just clarify, I dropped out though. So after a year or so, I dropped out of college. I already had my daughter. Life got really, really crazy and busy. I wanted to make money versus going to college. I couldn't see it. Um, and so running a business was one of the last things on my mind. How to run the business was the last thing on my mind. Um, and so now redefining myself within the last few years has been a part of my business strategy to connect and work along with other therapists, other small business owners, to help them with their business has been um, a passion of mine. I'm very, very invested in it and I love it. Um, and a question that people ask as business owners, as entrepreneurs, is how do I balance um, business and personal life? Honestly, if I finna be honest with you, as I sip my cappuccino, I haven't strike that balance as yet. Um, I'm in love with my calendar, so most things that I want to do or I plan to do or people want to do with me, I ask them to send me an email so that I can put it in calendar and I can see it. So as I plan my day, as I plan my week, I can kind of see what's on the calendar. Um, if I need to spend time with family members, friends, have a conversation on the phone, whatever it may be, I usually put that on as I schedule it. I put it in my calendar. If not, it probably won't happen. Um, and as a business owner, a startup, there's so many things that you're trying to balance and do. Learning so many like the social media trends and it can absorb you. So what you may need to do is pick a day that you decide that you're not going to do anything work related. And that's a decision that you would have to make. Or a time during the day when it's cut off. That's it. You're not going to do anything else. Um, I have done that and I'm still balancing doing that. I have certain days that I don't do one thing versus the other, but because at the moment there are so many, I run basically three businesses. It's been a really really interesting balance of how to expand Just Mekelle as the author, entrepreneur, massage therapist, speaker, presenter, instructor, whatever word you want to use to define me as I speak and teach and that kind of stuff. And then what I do to assist therapists as a mentor and as well as um, assisting a client find a mobile therapist within the Bahamas that has the um, clinical understanding to assist them when they need services. And so running these businesses, the timing. I haven't struck the balance of the time, but work-life balance is very, very interesting. And as an entrepreneur, you have to make the decision as to what you put first and how long you're going to do whatever it is that you do. I am going to wrap up. Listen, it has certainly been a pleasure. I am so excited for the conversations that are to come, the people that I'm going to be connecting with for this podcast and YouTube channel. Listen, if you are a business owner, connect, connect, connect. Do not just, fly by this video and not connect with me. Connect with me. I love engaging with people. I love having conversations. I love hearing how you started up. How did you get going? How did you know that this was the business for you? How did I know that this was the business for me? I had a passion for it. I did it from a kid as I was a kid. Um, I didn't see it. I did something that I didn't even see. There weren't other therapists for me to mimic. So it was something that was already within me to do. Running a business came with my father was manager at a hotel, And so I think some of that managerial skills that I saw in him, I got some of it as well as I went to college, although I dropped out at some point. Um, Being an entrepreneur has been an interesting journey. It's been fun. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy having conversations with new people. So yes, it is definitely been a lot of fun. And then just wrapping up with the strategies. I know who's my niche. I know what they need, and I know how to serve them. Remember to please connect with me on social media, like, subscribe, and share if you're on YouTube, and continue listening if you are on podcast. I will see you, and you will hear me again in the next video. Peace out.